Welcome to Titans for Life. My name's James, otherwise known as Big Sportsman on YouTube. Sometimes you'll see me there on YouTube as Big Sportsman. Sometimes you'll see me as Titans for Life. Thank you for joining my channel today for a discussion. We're going to be talking about Big Jeff Simmons, but this channel is dedicated to Tennessee Titans and Tennessee Titans fans all over the world, wherever you may be. And I ask only one thing. Hey, be nice to one another. Be nice to, fans who are not Titans fans who want to get on there and have a conversation, discuss Titans, or even discuss their team. They will always be, feel free to be welcome here. Go down there, hit that subscribe and like button. Come on and give me some subs. I need some subs, guys. I'm getting there slowly but surely. And I want to give a shout out to Titans Rossi, Titans Anderson, Titans in Truth, Titan Upload, Lee Hillis and 615 Podcast, because those, everybody knows if you watch any of my videos, those are the guys who inspired me. Those are the guys who took me in and taught me some things, especially Titans Rossi. He's been really great at teaching me things about YouTube and how all the algorithms work and how what kind of production quality and stuff like that. Great guy, love him to death. He's my brother and all. And now, with all that being said, it's time to keep it real. Today we're going to be talking about Big Jeff Simmons. Man, I tell you, Jeffrey Simmons is wrecking teams. I mean, absolutely wrecking teams. And I understand teams are they're kind of afraid of Big Jeff. First of all, he's becoming more and more dominant as we watch him play. He's commanding more and more double teams, more and more chips. A chip is, where the running back comes out of the backfield and kind of hits him real quick and then goes out and does something else. Or tight end will come over and kind of hit him a little, hit him real quick, just to give him a and then go. We're seeing, or the guard will come over and kind of push and then kind of help the tackle real quick and then go back to his primary role. But he's becoming more and more dominant. And it's because, his size and speed, he collapses the O-line and kind of forces the O-line back. And that can create, depending on where, what technique he's using, that can create blitz gaps where our linebackers can come in and come down and come through the hole because there's a gap there for a blitz, And then when he decides that he's going to close run gaps, you can't really kind of stop him. You kind of have to let him get there and try to take him out of the play by making him take himself out of the play, which he rarely does. He collapses the pocket, really, really centrally because, you can't get outside of him. He's so big and so strong and so fast that it's really kind of one of those things where once he's set his edge, you're not going to really get outside of him without going back first, which then allows the linebacker to shoot back there and get you. Or if he's on the outside and there's a run gap there, that linebacker can shoot that gap and kind of take the play away. You've seen that quite a bit. So he does a lot of things for the Titans defense. He really does. He commands a lot of, lots of times he commands double teams. If you don't have a premier or left tackle as an offensive line, you're in trouble with Jeff Simmons. You're in real trouble with him. You can see how disruptive from the last few games, how disruptive he's been since, the difference between last year and this year is that he's so disruptive that teams are doing some things to try to take him out of games and it's not working. Whereas last year, teams were doing things to kind of take him out of games and it was working. This year, it's not. He's gotten a little stronger. I think he's gotten a little faster. And I think his technique has been cleaned up so much since last year. He calls for a lot of double teams because of that. He's really good at that. But I think one of the best things about Jeff Simmons is really his size. His size wears down offensive line. It really does. It wears them down. It's just kind of one of those things that in the second half you start seeing the Titans defense become more and more effective. It's because they're tired. He's so big and holding that much weight up, that's that strong, that's that fast, all game long becomes a real problem. I mean, yeah, these guys go against 300 plus pound guys all the time, but 300 pound plus guys with his speed, with his strength, and with his sheer size is just, it's incredibly difficult, incredibly mentally taxing for players to do at that level. And the other thing that I think that Jeff Simmons has that I've watched is that his hand placement has gotten so much better. His hand placement is in several different places, and you don't know which way it's coming because he disguises it so well, and he's so effective. So it makes it very difficult to block him. You know, because you don't know what he's going to, is he going to club you? Is he going to rip underneath? If he's, you know, is he going to stunt you to the outside and set you up to the inside? Is he going to set you up to the inside and stunt you to the outside? Is he just going to straight bull rush you? You don't know what he's going to do because he disguises all the stuff that he does so well that by the time you figured out which one it really is, you're kind of, it's too late. He's already back there and you're holding him. You're holding on for dear life because you'd rather take the holding penalty than to see this massive human being landing on your quarterback and crushing him. So, so he's so effective with his hands that it can throw you off balance quite a bit. It can throw you as an offensive tackle off balance quite a bit because he's so strong with those hands and you don't know where they're going to hit you from. But what's even more scary than all of that is how fast he is off the ball. I mean, he's back there on you before you can even prepare for him, before you can get that hand extension out there to get a hold of him. You're grabbing for him because you have to kind of grab for him, because if you don't grab for him, it's over, which means that you're leaning forward and then he's got you. Once you lean forward to do that, he's got you. You're done. Or you're stepping back like this, you know, you're trying to step back to give yourself a little bit more room so you can reach forward for him like that. That right there is, you're already beat. You're just already beat at that point. And if I had one criticism for Jeffrey's game, it would be on offense. Bruh. Come on, Big Jeff. You got to remember to check in as eligible, man. I saw you out there on the play, man. I really did. Yo, that was pretty dope. But, you know, you got to check in. You got to come in and say, hey, ref, I'm eligible. But otherwise, you know, Big Jeff is really disruptive. He allows other things to happen. You know, he may not always make the play, but what he does is he creates those gaps for our linebackers to shoot. And when those gaps are created, you know, and it doesn't have to even be on his side, because sometimes they'll slide protections to his way, which means that everybody's going to slide over a little bit, creating that gap right there on the right side. And then boom, right there on the right side gap, you know, they're hoping that the A gap on the right side is you know, not going to be a focus, and then next thing you know, you have a linebacker running through there, whew, and it's trouble. So really, that's where Jeff Simmons' greatest attributes are. Is just, you know, just all the things that he's cleaned up over the last year has really produced for this Titans defense, and it's going to produce for the Titans in the postseason too. And with all of that, you know, hey, when it comes to Big Jeff, I'm just keeping it real. Always keep it real.